It's about to go down. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Shawn, that's me.
That's me, and that's all. You already know that's all I can play for that because you already know the drama that comes along. What up, y'all? What's good? Happy Hump Day. May 29th. We are here. We are here. We are here. Yes, we are. Good morning, Takeover Legend community. How are ya? How was your Tuesday? How'd everything go? Was it pleasant? Was it enjoyable? Were you productive? Did you meet some goals?
What?
Did you run some errands? Did you get your checklist done? How did it go, people? Explain to me how. I always tell you how my night was. Tell me how your night was.
What?
You can put a thumbs up. You can put a good. You can put a great. You can put a I don't know what that word is. Was it just the same old day? Did you just go through the monotony of a Tuesday? Because you know Tuesday is the most disrespected day of the week. It really is. Like, there's nothing like, at least Monday, we know the struggle. Monday is known for the struggle. I said this before. Monday's known. Wednesday, I just said it, hump day. I don't know who invented hump day. I guess, 5 days out the week, it's the hump day. You're getting over the hump and you come down home stressed. Thursday is a legendary happy hour day. Happy hour days, everybody's at work. Everybody, hey, we got a happy hour. Dollar drinks, dollar this, dollar that. Free wings. Everybody goes out on it. And then Friday, self-explanatory. Come on, we got songs about Friday night. Just got paid. Hey, Friday's got a theme song. Even though Tuesday does have that song. I'm going up on a Tuesday. Yeah. Still disrespected. Still, I'm not going to veer off my point. We know Saturday. We know Sunday's legendary for sports fans because it's football Sundays. And then Sundays, people know it's legendary because they go to church and people are like, it's Sunday. So how was your situation? How did your day go? How did your Tuesday go? Afro Queen's in the building. Afro Queen. Oh, let me go all the way to the top. So I'll do this in order. Shout out to Afro Queen. What up? Miss Clark. I saw y'all at the spot. I couldn't make it out there because I was at work late. I saw you at the spot over there in the waterfront. Seems like y'all have a pretty good time. I'm at to join this community, this house music community. I'm at to start linking up with y'all. Miss Parker, Miss Clark. Miss Clark said, in my car on my way to work. That's what I'm talking about. Got us in the car. That's the true Takeover Legend community participant. Jeanette, what's good? Good morning. Everybody saying good morning to each other. Everybody saying good morning to each other. I'm getting text messages. Why are they text messaging? Oh, where am I getting text messages from? What are we doing? Audio file. All right. Good morning. Everybody, good morning. I have someone looking into the Airbnb, Miss Parker. I guess y'all planning the Airbnb for the Takeover Legend. He got the Juneteenth banner. Shout out to Jay Black. Jay Black in the building. You got the Airbnb. Okay.
That's dope. August the 10th. Mike, we need more details. Who's on the planning committee? We need to figure this out.
Miss Clark hit me and she was like, what's your vision? I said, all right, I got to get back. She hit me during the prom. And I was like, that whole prom situation, I said, I get back. I didn't, but it's only Wednesday. So Miss Clark, I got you. She's in cahoots with, I think, her and Craig. They run in the same circles. So I'm going to get Craig involved. Miss Clark will be involved.
All right, it's May 29th. We got to.
Who else? Who was it? Somebody I was just about to say. Miss Clark. Stacey Mitchell. Stacey Mitchell.
Stacey has to be involved.
I got to get Stacey involved. It was wing night tonight, too. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, it's wing night tonight.
Where at?
I don't know, but I was trying to
Nice.
say, I was asking people how their Tuesday was, because Tuesday's the wackest, one of the most disrespected days of the week. Tuesday is just a Tuesday, unless you went to
Yeah.
Evolutions on $2 Tuesday. Parker, Jay, Rashida, what's good, Rashida?
Rashida.
Today is your show, right? Today's the show that you have
On
on
Wednesdays.
something 10 something savor. Please remind me so I can check y'all out. Jeanette said, Mike, I'm going to New York and I'm linking up with Miss Parker.
Oh, word.
Oh,
The community is communion.
oh, the community said we don't need Michael, we don't need no stinking Michael Shawn. We don't need no stinking Jay Black. We're gonna rock out on our own. All right, that's beautiful. I like that. And that's a long trip for you. So yeah, you better get a Airbnb there, Miss Jeanette. All right, so Rashid, I'm gonna try. Oh, Jay Black's here, so he can work these comments.
Yeah, Rashida said her show is a night. Yeah, she sent it last time, and I went to the website. Save her.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, cool.
Check. How was your night there, Jay Black?
I don't remember what I did last night. Wheel of Fortune, Family Time. Jamie Foxx Beat Shazam was back on. It was just TV. Beat Shazam. Jamie Foxx. Remember
that's still on.
Yesterday was the first episode. He came back. New season, season 7. Him and his daughter, the nepo daughter of his DJing. Yeah, they back. Beat Shazam. Good morning, Random Rick. I found out yesterday you was white. I ain't know that, Rick.
Random Rick.
Lady Q sent me the thing like, did you know Random Rick was white? I said, no, I thought he was black this whole time. But we be playing, Rick. We be playing.
Nah, Rick, is all good. It adds to the diversity of the Takeover Legend community. I like it.
We got diversity. Yeah,
we got diversity. We need, and I like the fact that we didn't even know your I said it yesterday. I joked yesterday. He made a comment. I said, I see. That's why we didn't know you were white. Because that don't sound like a white person comment. I know I was stereotyping. I know I was profiling.
Yeah,
I know it was reverse racism. Yes, you can say it, Random Rick. It was reverse racism. But we didn't mean no harm. Jay Black, where you get the flag from?
Oh, that was Amazon. Actually, I recorded something for my gig, and I just didn't take it down. But yeah, Amazon. Nice little. We in the Juneteenth mode. Lady Q put some stuff up on the front door, letting people know it's for the culture. Juneteenth is coming, people. That's our Independence Day. I'm getting my fireworks together. That's what we do.
It's really not your independence.
It is. That we celebrate that. See? Oh, you Puerto Rican, you down with us. Blacks and Puerto Rican.
I'm down with y'all, but I just don't know how that would be the official Independence
Day. That's when slavery officially, that's when the last slave was finally found out and they got him free.
Should it be 2 Independence Day for all the other slaves that were found
2 years prior?
2 years, like years
in 1863, and then there's the 1865 folk that we celebrating all together just June 19th. Every June 19th.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna get all political today. I just hope that when they push Juneteenth,
see, Rashida said, "Yes, it is." Yes.
I hope when they push Juneteenth that they also push the lies and why Juneteenth occurred. I want the lie being put out there so that people understand how vicious and treacherous the people were who did this. That the slaves didn't know they were actually free.
They kept it a secret. It was, y'all free, but we ain't gonna tell them. They ain't got no TV, no newspapers. They don't know, so we're gonna keep them working.
Yeah, so your job made it a holiday. Good. That's good.
Yeah, and it's a federal holiday. So yeah, Juneteenth it came along. I'm just mad we ain't found out to the last 4 years, for real.
If it's a federal holiday, why ain't nobody got off? I just want to know. I just want to know. I know the white man who owns where I work at don't know nothing about it. But
so hey, you're supposed to educate your people, Mike. Let them know.
I'm trying to educate no 70-year-old white man who is living in the middle of racism and still got racist tendencies that he don't even know about.
We need our reparations, my shooter said.
Neil, not 1 minute to try and educate. No, I watched what's it? Amazing American Negro.
Oh, the movie, American Negro for the Amazing American Negro for Negro Society. Magical Negro. Yeah. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Like understand, you got to watch it, and you got to get the gist of what the whole concept of this movie is. There's a large amount of, I'm telling you what the movie said. Large amount of black people who their job is to make white people feel comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a long process of showing everything. And I think the actors
deep down, I think is embedded in people that they have to make white people feel comfortable.
And then there are other people like Jay Black who intentionally try and make white people uncomfortable. Jay Black's the opposite. He intentionally, unless there's a check involved.
If it's work, I keep it moving. I don't go too far. I go right to the edge. Outside of work, I don't care what you think about me.
But see, that was the key. A lot of this stuff in the movie that was happening at people's jobs. They were having to help other white people feel comfortable at the jobs.
Steve said, "What up, Negroes?" Okay, go.
It was good. I mean, it was good. But you got to understand, when you're used to Instagram and TikTok, and you're used to Facebook, and you're used to the immediate, quick satisfaction of this is it, this is the problem, this is the answer. You got to watch a movie. Like, I had to watch it in sections because I was like, all right, let me give this more time. All right, let me give this more time. So don't think you jumping into this and there's going to be some ultimate resolve. But it was good. It was good. I thought the concept was good. The concept, and I thought the acting, I thought the actors were amazing. David Allen Greer was amazing. The lead actor, I liked him, and I don't know his name. I tried to wait for the credits.
He was biracial. There was a debate too. Should have not a black been in that role because he's biracial.
But that was more to me. That made it even more interesting because that is the reality of the world.
His name is Justice Smith, and the movie was the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Like I always tell y'all, there's always a story within a story within a story. And even when I watch now in society, there's always a story within a story. You know, black people, and and I'm down. Listen, Puerto Ricans, we're in the same struggle, but then black people will start separating people and doing what Jay Black says, and he's not black. And that's a story within the story. So to me, that made it even. It was rough watching it. Yeah, I mean, it's tough watching it, but you know what? Those scenes I've seen in real life.
Yeah, and that's what they were going for. Like the last 20 minutes really was where they finally went there. But yeah, I mean, it was cool.
And then he ends up with a white girl.
She was the savior. He risked his whole career and everything all for a white girl. I thought that was so symbolic. Like, wow, we jeopardizing everything. But that's what we doing.
Hey, well, love is love, man.
The heart wants what the heart wants. That's what we gonna say.
I mean, love is love. I don't know what to say. I know people are Dr. Umar is adamant. Dr. Umar is adamant. Just joining. What's the topic? No, we're just talking about watching the damn name of the movie.
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Magical Negroes. Yeah, I watched it. I liked it. But understand, you got to have some watching stamina. You can't be the person who's used to explosions and knife fights and immediate drama. And it's just a gradual. It's a movie. You got to sit down and chill. Maybe when but he winds up with a white girl, which I thought was ironic that she was part of the society. She was part of her own society, supporting wives and spouses. So what was that about? That last part is so interesting on how you can read into that the white woman had a secret society of supportive wives and girlfriends. Wow. What were they trying to say at the end of that?
A person was detected.
I don't know. I was just like, because when it ended the way it ended, I said, whoa. That's the way y'all gonna end this. Like, this really is magic.
That's how it's gonna go.
And then she went to her secret society and come to find out that's why she saw. I said, wait a second. What agenda's playing out here? All right. So since we're talking about that, I don't know what you want to get into first. What channel is it on? It's on Hulu. I saw it on Hulu.
I was on. Wow, I felt like it was just in theaters. It was in and out of theaters quick. So yeah,
everything is just in theaters.
Yeah,
everything is just in theaters.
3 weeks later, you got it on Hulu. It's on Max.
But first, they go to the little span where you pay for it, and they try and cop some more money. Good morning, Ashley Newman. And then after they do that, then it's just freebie. All you gotta do is wait. Then you can just watch it. You're already paying for Hulu, and trust me, just get used to it. And make sure y'all get your streaming, because in a few years the Super Bowl is gonna be on that, so it's not gonna be on regular TV. All right. Anyway, so there was a speech, Jay Black, by an NFL kicker that got everybody in an uproar. It was the commencement speech at a college graduation. We're late on this, and I was trying to wait till you got on here, see Chung got on here, and Mo got on here.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Let me hear. So Harrison, but I keep hearing about it, but I didn't actually hear this speech. I heard the people upset with him. Harrison Bucker, Kansas City Chief kicker. Yeah, but what did exactly? Let me hear.
I had to watch it a few times, and I don't want nobody to get pissed off at me, because I had to see what this whole turn up was for. We don't have the whole speech, but I watched the majority of what I could watch, wherever you could find online. And people were kicked up, and I don't know. I guess I know why y'all were kicked up, but I don't know why the kicking up from the kicker who did the speech.
He said he must have said something racial. Will you have to play the whole? Is it long?
No, he ain't saying nothing racial. Here we go.
Hey, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly, because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
You know, commencement speakers used to be.
All right, before we get into her, well, let's this is what they kicked up. Let's play it again.
Now the sexy Mo's here. Good morning, Mo.
This is the kick up.
Good morning.
This is the kicker that got everybody kicked up.
Present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly, because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
You know, commencement speak.
All right, before we get into that, Mo, does that have you kicked up? Sexy Mo is here, everybody. Sexy Mo's in the building. Yes.
Good morning.
So before you answer that, he then went on to talk about his wife and her, and his wife even giggling on. She feels the most important thing for a woman is to bear children. That's not what the word he used. Raise a family and all that. Everybody got kicked up. Everybody's pissed that he and his wife agree that the most important job, his wife. Maybe he should have brought his wife up there and gave her 2 or 3 minutes to explain it. But I guess he didn't know the kick up was going to kick up. So Mo, you heard that portion. Does that get you upset? Does that make you mad? Because people are reeling.
It actually did not make me mad. I try to listen to things in totality. One of the things that he said in the beginning is that women, you're told the most diabolical lie, out of everybody. That's one. He prefaced it before he went into the different roles they're going to play. You might become a CEO, but the most important, and that's if you're afforded to, is having a family, growing a family. And for some people, that is important. Your job is a role, right? Your job is a role, your mother is a role, but out of the most important things, all of the degrees and accolades and things that I have in my life, the most important to me is motherhood. And I never set out to be anybody's mother. I always said, I ain't having kids. I'm going to adopt. Once he got here, I can't even see my life without him. So I can see my life not being a therapist. I could see my life not being on this show. I could see my life not being a entrepreneur. All of these things that we as a society place so much importance on when we talk about the success of women, right? The most important to me is being a mom.
I thought it was interesting because if he had said to the men,
Yes.
that your most important job is being a father and raising your family, no matter what you do in your career, no matter how you succeed, no matter what you do. If he said that to men, I think they would have got up and gave him a standing ovation.
Absolutely,
The
they would
double
have.
standard.
They would have, but herein lies the right, J Black, the double standard in society, right? Because historically, women, have been viewed the best thing for you is to be barefoot and pregnant in that kitchen. So that concept of the woman, especially here in America, which seems so barbaric and archaic to us now, because women are doing the damn thing and running circles around a lot of men, right? Which back in the day, we couldn't even fathom that this would happen. But I think it's because of the historical viewpoint of people when it comes to women and what their most important role
what they good
is,
for.
or what they good for. Like my son says, he says it's 2024, Mom. Women can do the same thing as men do. I say yes, they can.
Yeah, Random Rick, Mo, I don't know if you know, and I'm sorry, Random Rick.
This will be the last time we say it.
Random Rick is actually white.
Yes, I never thought that he was anything other.
Oh, good, because everybody else thought everybody
that's
else.
them degrees, Mike.
No, I never. What's up, mate? I never thought that he was anything other.
All right, well, see, Random, you got it. We all got. He made a comment yesterday, and that proved my point. He made a comment. I said, "Whoa, that don't sound." I stereotyped the fuck out of him. I said, "That don't sound like a white man comment." But Random Rick says that is that conspiracy about the agenda to destroy the family by adding women to the workforce. Random Rick, go further. The Rockefellers had something to do. They invented feminism. Number one was because they said there was 50% of America that was not being taxed, and they didn't like the fact they weren't being taxed, so they wanted them in there. So yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. But why didn't he say the same for men? Instead, he went into his masculinity is being attacked. How masculinity is being attacked. I think it is being attacked, but I don't feel like that debate. I don't feel like explaining it because there's no way to get y'all to understand the fight that they want us in between. They want us against each other.
Well, systematically destroying the Black and brown family for for centuries. This is not anything new. It's our system. It has been designed in so many ways to break up, tear down, and dismantle Black and brown families. And that's going to continue.
So shout out to
It's
Action.
not going away anytime soon.
Action, what up? Even though it was a religious, even though it was a religious school, the problem for most people was him bringing religion into the conversation because not everyone feels that way, obviously, and that's fine.
And thanks to social media, if it wasn't for social media, we would have never seen that private school commencement speech, right? But since we have so much access to everything and everybody in sound bites, because we never see the whole entirety of something, I think that it's like, oh, what? That's foreign to us. If your kids were brought up in public school and didn't go to a Christian academy or a Christian college, you couldn't fathom somebody saying some of the things that we see now.
Mr. Fry, it's school's fault. Not everyone's a good speaker. I think he's a good speaker. You may not agree with him, but if you're going to rate him on his presentation, speaker, and that's what I'm going to play when I'm going to play the ladies after when she looked at it. Not everyone's a good speaker or qualified to speak. These opinions at graduate speech now outweigh the celebration of the graduates. Well, that's the point for me of a commencement speech. The ones I saw is for somebody to bring you a message that you can walk on into this world with.
It's supposed to be poignant. It's supposed to hit home. It's supposed to send you off as a graduating senior into your next chapter of your life. You're supposed to remember something from your commitment.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be a shout out. Well, it's not supposed to be. I'm just shouting out the whoever was the valedictorian or whatever they call it. whatever that word
The
is.
valedictorian, the
Yeah.
salutatorian.
And it's not a shout out to the great times you had, and shout out to your future life, and shout out to your future job.
My sister had Barack Obama as her commencement speaker.
Wow.
And Stacey Mitchell, I believe everybody can do both, but
we
I
can do
also,
both, but she don't want to.
well, congratulations on that, because that's probably not a popular.
Yo, Lady Q be better when people online being a
Mm-hmm.
stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, why are you arguing with people? Like, cause she's a stay-at-home mom and she talks about how hard it is hard.
It is hard,
but
it is
but that's
super
another
hard.
debate, Mike, which I don't want to take you off where you're going, but
No, but I was gonna go to that next. This is my thing. If he goes up there and promotes advancement, and if he talked to women and said, go advance your career, you can take on the world, which we know you can. You can do this, you can start your Fortune 500 company, you can do it. But if he says the most important job as a housewife is to take care of a home or take care of a family, everybody feels demeaned.
But so here's the thing, Mike. Because he did start off with the, some of you are going to go off to be CEOs, and powerful women, in the companies and blah, 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 right? But he identified the most important role. And I know a lot of people fail to understand that, I know I have been caught in the web of when you graduate from college, you have to get into the workforce and you got to go get it. You have to work 10 times as hard as your male counterpart, even to be noticed, to climb the ladder if you're in corporate, right? And I'm sorry, but our time clock is different than that of a man in terms of our window of opportunity to be a mom or to have a family, to raise a family. So I got something completely different out of the message, because although you may venture off to be a CEO, don't forget that somewhere along the line, you're going to have to make that sacrifice. And I hate to use the word sacrifice, but it's the only word I can think of right now, because it is. A lot of times men don't have to sacrifice their career versus deciding whether they want to have a child or not, where women do. And so I didn't get that out of that. I didn't think that he was saying, women need to be barefoot in the kitchen and that's that's the best place for them. I didn't get that from him.
So it says, agreed, Mo, out of all my accomplishments, there are many. Being a mother is what has shaped and filled my life. But this is the thing. Then the greatest people, the people that we admire, the people that we say are the greatest people that have accomplished the most, then that person gets interviewed, and the first person they say is, well, it was all based on what my mom did. It was all based on what my mom gave me. It was all based on the work ethic. I just saw Kevin Hart and Chris Rock's Headliners, a documentary on the Headliner tour that they did in New York, and I just watched that. And he says, my mom is the reason why I got this work ethic. My mom is the reason why I was told every time we do something, just do it to your best of your ability. So I don't know how you downplay how important that position is. But to be fair, this woman here did not agree with it. So I'm going to give her her time and let her get it in. Let me get her.
And are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Commencement speakers used to be like actual speakers who gave such eloquent advice and made you reflect and think. And now we're giving microphones to folks who should never, not only not have a microphone, but never be near a microphone. This guy hit the rant that he went on. And yes, I'm going to call it a rant. The rant to negate what women did throughout these 4 years of college. I say, yeah, you went to college, but you've been taught that you should be looking for jobs and promotion, and that's wrong. You really need to be focusing on being a wife and a caretaker to kids and focus solely.
First, let me just stop right there. Let me just stop with the word caretaker.
I have something else. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me start with the word caretaker for kids. This is when y'all watch a speech and decide what I can do to trigger emotion and what words. There's one thing I know is when you are trying to trigger people in whatever way you want to trigger them. And calling a mother's job a caretaker for children is you trying to trigger off people to get angry because you've degraded what a mother is. She is not a caretaker. She is a human being former. She forms physically a human being, and then she mentally forms a human being. That's not a caretaker. I can get a job as a caretaker. There are tons of jobs right now that you can apply for to be a caretaker. I see caretakers all the time coming to my job, taking care of a senior.
Isn't that a part of it though? Is it a part of being a part of that?
But I don't use that word as caretaker.
So I think that's more synonymous in a community of women who.
Before you start that, let me just finish this and then you go.
On making sure that your husband is uplifted, that you forget all about who you are as a human being. Your sole goal is to raise your husband. People wonder why we choose bears. This is why.
Ladies present today, congratulations.
She didn't choose a
go ahead.
She
finish
did
your
a
thought.
poem
Finish
before
your
she
thought.
got
So I was just gonna say, when Jay Black said, "Well, isn't that part of it?" A lot of times, the only time I ever even hear that when you're talking about children is if you have children with special needs, and sometimes, yes, you fall into not just being a parent, but also fulfilling the role of what looks like a caregiver. But in no means would I describe motherhood as somebody who is a caregiver to someone. I think that sometimes people use that word as like an interchangeable word. But no.
Go back to Lady Q. Go back to
no. But I think too, who he was talking to, a lot of their parents, because we talk about being brought up as women. A lot of those people who he were probably talking to, think about his audience, probably were raised to, yeah, you're going to go to college, but your goal is to find you a husband. There are women who send their children, and I'm talking about women, families who are outside of our tax bracket, who send their daughters to college to find the right man.
We're going to get to all the comments.
And to get married and have a family after college.
All right,
so there are women and families who actually do that.
Lady Q says his mom is a physicist, so I wonder if he has mommy issues that contributed to his feelings.
Right, as a caregiver, right?
Yeah, y'all are the worst. His feeling about motherhood. This is Shawn. What positive message did he leave women that you just spent 4+ years? He just said, but this is why you got to watch the whole speech. He just said his wife is a college graduate.
Hey, Stacy McCann. Good morning.
What up, Stacy?
Good morning, Stacy.
Being a stay-at-home mom is hard. Did it for 6 years.
Yes, it is.
I did it for 2 weeks.
I think. Listen, and you were probably begging to go back to your 9 to 5, weren't you?
My dude,
I know you were.
I wasn't working.
Not easy. It's not for the meek.
When Stacy was working, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks. It's the most mind-boggling thing to have to. And listen, when they go off to school, you think, oh, now it's break time. It's not break time because you're setting up for the comeback. You're setting up for the come home. There's still things that have to be done. But anyway, and this whole point, if you big up being a wife and a mother, you're downgrading the other parts of their life. I don't get it, because if you big up and you promote their business savvy and you promote their VIP status and you promote their CEO status, everybody applauds. And nobody says you're demeaning housewives and you're demeaning what they do, or wives and moms. Nobody says you're demeaning that by giving props to this. But it's just who
was she to criticize somebody? She's a nobody. She just wants some views.
All right, Jamil just wants to go for it. He's going straight to the neck. There was 100s of speeches at schools around the world this month, yet the majority of the people obviously see something wrong in his words to make sense. No, they see a good story. Put him back on. Let me school Mr. Fryer on something. They see a good story. So when they see the speech, they see the angles that they can attack the speech.
The sound bites.
They see the sound bite. They see how they can get engagement in this speech. They go, oh, there are going to be a lot of women pissed off about this. So if I go to Howard University and I empower everybody at Howard University and I get a standing ovation, there's no controversy in that. Ain't nobody mad about me encouraging people to be proud of their heritage, or be proud of their culture, or be proud of the land they came from, be proud of what you've accomplished. There's no story there.
Right.
There's no story there. But this one, there's an absolute story to go, I can make people pick sides.
Especially now. Look at the climate of the environment right now is what? Right now, politically, everyone, we're talking about taking away women's rights, overturning Roe versus Wade, overturning a lot of different things that transgender, what do we call women now? Birthing people, all of these things where the woman, again, in totality, is feeling attacked. So of course, something like this is going to get everybody in an uproar. What do you mean? I'm going to go and be a mom after I done went to school all of this time. What do you mean I'm going to be a wife after all of this time of me going to school? What if I just want to be a CEO, which is your choice if you like to?
And I just want to say this, and I am a victim of this also. Certain occasions I go above and I watch. The problem is we take the soundbite, we create a narrative and an opinion, but we never go and find the speech to watch the entire speech. I do it too all the time because who got time to follow up on all this shit? So nobody got time to be researching all this up. But if you're gonna have a strong opinion on it, and that's our lack of stamina, because our research stamina is gone. I'm not talking about sexual stamina. Research stamina is just, I'm going to Google, I'm going to get one opinion, I'm going to see the one I find, and then I'm going to talk about it. That's what we do. But a college graduation is a time to, I guess, talk about the accomplishments, because in the context of his masculinity rant, it sounds crazy. But I don't agree with you on that's what a commencement speech is supposed to be about. I don't believe but that's just my opinion. That's all subjective. Actions up here. She is so off. It's not what he said. She was specific about her point. He wasn't telling them to be moms. He just stated after college that some of them might be excited about that part. I think people who, like she said, went through 4 years of college could comprehend that. She must have went to JUCO. Oh, okay, hilarious. The way I read that, I went to JUCO too.
She said junior college. Okay.
I think because of a lot of women don't desire motherhood, so to say it's the most important role. And he also said that in his. He also made a point that not everybody, and I don't want to go back into
I think he used the word, but most of you, which again was the targeted audience that he was speaking to at this particular college.
Mothering is harder. I've done both college degrees. Mothering is harder and more hands-on, challenging, and rigorous.
And you still and don't think that just I think that people have this idea of Joan Cleaver in staying at home with the apron on and your hair is in place and everything is good and no, stay at home moms have to run a tight ship, okay? And some of you do a lot of things, and Jay Black can probably attest. I'm pretty sure Lady Q does a lot of things before 8 o'clock in the morning, probably more than you do before 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know. I realize.
And when she lays down, right? And when she lays down, she's probably still muddling in her mind over all of the things that she has to do when she gets up before you pop your eyes open.
I'm just trying to find them black pair of shorts I like. Where they at?
Right. They over there in the left corner on the chair where you left them at. But she didn't even have to look to tell you where they were, right?
I'm so over the man versus woman. And LaShawn, that's why I've been on here and I've been fighting for heterosexual relationships. And I've been the
Oh,
person
don't go
trying to.
there.
No, why can't I go
I
there?
mean, you can go there, but it's not a popular thing because you
But
can't fight for heterosexual. You got to
that's
fight for people being the people. That's
but they're people representing other forms of relationships. I'm here to represent heterosexual. I'm not against any other form of relationship. I'm not a gay relationship. I just think that heterosexual relationships are being targeted to try and put a space in between us to make us divide against each other so that we can just sit here and on social media and complain about each other.
Yeah, Shawn.
Miss Clark said, yes, Mom. He said, most. At 23, I had 2 degrees, and my next goal was to get married and start a family.
Yes.
checking boxes.
Yes.
You remember I went to elementary school with the kids. I did my speech. It was and told them college ain't for everybody. They should find a trade, or you look for the workforce. You can get your money and build. And it wasn't popular back then. And people got mad at me. I remember the principal pulled me aside.
And you know why they probably got mad at you, and you said nothing wrong, because we know out here in this real world what you said is very true. But I think one of the things that people get upset at when I even say it when I'm doing scholarship is that, oh, it took Black people so long, to climb this mountain and get to where we could even have these degrees and these opportunities. Why would you push somebody back to tell them to do something like with manual labor with their hands or a trade school? Because somebody gotta be the welder. Somebody gotta be the person, the physical engineer out there, right? There's a job for everybody, but stop forcing the agenda that college is the only way to be successful, to be financially
It's
successful.
not a popular thing. Even still now, it's not too popular.
But attendance enrollment in colleges have gone down because this generation is starting to figure this stuff out.
They're starting to figure they don't need an MBA in order to start a business or to start a company.
Exactly. And I've always said, listen, if you go to college and you got a plan, go do it. If you don't got to go to college and you have a plan, go do it.
Do that. Yes.
If you have a plan, understand either way you go, it's going to take a whole lot of work. It's going to take a whole lot of discipline, whatever you do and whatever you follow. But my thing with college is, and it's not the only one, but this is the problem I have. When you ask a person who's, let's say, 18 going to college to pick a major that they're going to do for the rest of their lives, who knows what they're going to do with the rest of their lives at 18? Yeah. And not only that, it's going to cost $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. This decision is going to be expensive.
More than that, yeah.
I think it's unfair to ask people to make a decision that nobody knows. Okay, not nobody. There's a population of people who do know.
Right.
And when they were 17, they said, I'm going to do this. And when they were 18, said, I was going to do that. So I don't want to say nobody knows, but it's a very difficult decision to ask somebody and then put up $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, whatever school you go to, $100,000, and put everybody. It's pressure. It's a lot of pressure to put somebody under.
I think you shouldn't even pick your major until around about like your third semester. And the reason why I say that is because all of the classes that you take generally for the first 2 to 3 semesters are classes that you got to take for any major, right? I think that you should cultivate the process of making students think about what you want to commit to. And then at this point, you gotten your partying out, because some of these kids, they green when they go to college. They've never had any type of real, freedom or autonomy over their own time. So I think that by the third semester, you should be able to be standing 10 toes down and saying, you know what, I want to make this commitment. I think this is what I want to do, and then go for it.
Afro Queen said trade schools lead to more jobs and money, less debt. So you're not getting all the student loans and all that stuff, having you all in debt.
And not just trade schools, you have people out there, police officers, you have people out there on the police force right now who make more money than people who have gone to college. You got people who work in the prison system who make over $100,000 a year, and your average college student coming out of school is not even making half of that.
Action. I don't even know what that first word is.
I thought he said
Heterosexual,
he did it abbreviation.
heterosexual
Hetero.
relationship.
Oh,
I
that
thought you
is
were.
hetero. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
hetero. That is hetero.
There you
Sorry,
go.
Action.
Yeah.
JUCO. Shout to JUCO. Hetero relationship matters. That's right. Let's go. And listen, they
And
do.
let's take the negatives. Let's take the negative stigma off of junior college, because those are the students.
Absolutely, yeah.
Those are the students who got it right. They're paying less for their degree now, and then they're bridging over to a 4-year university for free from some of these junior colleges. So let's not get it twisted. This generation is far outweighing. They're smarter than what we were, and they're not falling and folding under the pressure to go to 4-year institutions.
And the reason JUCO gets that reputation is because JUCO is more sports in the sports world is known for the player who keeps screwing up, and the player who keeps getting caught doing whatever, and the player who has a difficult upbringing and can't seem to break the trauma of what he or she has gone through. So they go to JUCO and they rehab their career, and they just say, okay, he's good now. He no longer sells.
We'll take him.
He don't sell crack no more, and he doesn't carry 5 guns in the truck. That's the stereotype. Yes.
He has more than a 1.6.
He has more than 1.6, and he's still averaging 15 points and 7 rebounds. Yes. Fight for heterosexual relationships, Mike. That is absolutely the agenda. Trades make millions. Low monetary investments, high income return, which is what Mo just said. No high/lifetime student loan debt. This is why the dismantling trades in schools. Yeah, they are, which is ridiculous. Which I didn't understand that.
Remember they used to have shop. What was it like?
Absolutely.
They used to have cosmetology in the school where you can
Teachers
go.
were getting their oil changed by the shop students. Teachers were bringing their cars up. And they were getting their oil changed, getting transmissions fixed. Craig said I have an unpopular view. All right, here we go. I think every able-bodied male should do 2 years in the military. This is what my dad used to say this too. They will learn discipline, trades, and come home a better man. And for those who say they may get killed, kids are most likely to be killed in the streets, more likely to be killed in the streets than in the military. Well, in my life, Craig, I wasn't more likely to get killed in the streets.
Yeah, Craig, you bugging, Craig.
But my dad had the same opinion. But my dad was
get the concept what he's trying to say.
The concept is, I think there should be something like that, but there should be a stipulation. There is no way these kids are going to be put in a war unless they volunteer to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know that.
I don't trust the powers that be to actually execute that. Hetero relationships matter.
Back with it again. He going hard with it. Okay, actually, let's keep pushing it. Good morning, Shelly.
Absolutely facts. Lady Q says, when I was in school, the tech school that taught trades was introduced as an option for dummies. Facts. They had no ambition. So when my daughter was coming up, I talked down on tech schools, and I'm mad. Yes.
It's so funny because my mom and I just had this conversation that my mathematics teacher, who was a good friend of our family, always she sent her home this letter saying that she should look for trade schools or some type of tech school for me because she didn't think that I was college bound material.
Right.
And hey, Miss Thurston, I laugh at it now because when I go home, I make it a point to always go, and see her or go. I used to go to the school and be like, hey, yeah, so I have this degree now. And 2 more than you, huh? And I would laugh about it. But that was true for my school as well, Lady Q. That was something that was for kids who you just didn't think had what it takes or what they say what it took to go to college.
And that's always the story within the story. The perception that people have that they have a certain things when that opportunity could lead you into. Give you a perfect example. When I was 22, 23 years old, I worked in the stock room. The guy who ran the stock room, he was our boss, was named Keith. And Keith was in there grinding, doing his thing. But Keith always had that mindset of knowing how. He took a mindset of what I've always said, a street mindset, which is the same as a regular business mindset, except we call the other mindset legal. He took that, went in there, and was working, doing his thing, still had a foot in the streets. Somebody offered him to go to Lincoln Tech, to actually learn how to repair the backup systems for computers. He needed this in order to get the job. He got the job. Long story longer, Keith took that. And I just went over Keith's house a few months ago. Keith won.
Shout out to Keith.
Like Keith won in a way, and I'm not going to explain too much about his setup, but Keith won in a way where he said, yo, Mike, I ain't seen it in a long time. Had a big party. I ain't seen it in a long time. Let's sit down. Let's go downstairs and, chop it up so we can catch up. Went downstairs. Had no idea that was a full damn video arcade from the 80s that was sitting down there and like 150-inch screen with lounge seats. It was a movie theater and now that's not the point of life. That's not the meaning of life. But what I'm saying is he took that trade and that trade was the icing on the cake. It was just like Mo said, what he needed to know, the certificate he needed to have, and he learned some stuff. So it's the story within the story, our perception. It's how you milk the game. On another point, somebody told Mo she wasn't college material. You got to have a real narrow, shallow view of this woman to see her. And I didn't see her in high school, but I've seen her for 30 years afterwards. There's no way you can't see that if that was her goal, you couldn't see just by her personality that she would achieve it. Anyway, I digress.
She told me I would be better off as like a hairdresser.
Yeah.
It was a white lady that told you that? She was white?
She would have been better.
Black. That was the realty. It was that again, but you have to think of the mindset of what teachers and counselors were when we were in school. It was like, okay, no, not college. I think like you're into fashion, you're into this hair school.
Mr. Fry says tech schools are now just as expensive as college. I taught at Universal Tech Institute, and some of them kids are now $70K in debt in entry-level jobs as a tech, making less than $20, not $20 an hour.
But for those type of schools, I know a lot of those schools, they're right now they're, because they promised them a certain level, like a certain amount of money coming in entry, they're actually like under the gun of getting their student loans wiped because they were, bamboozled really into believing if they went, they would be making a certain amount of money.
Random Rick, I don't know how late this was, but does his wife work? I don't know if
talking about Keith. Talking about your guy Keith.
Oh yeah.
No, his wife did work.
No. Okay.
No, does she work now?
I don't know.
So, but let me ask you this: just because you get a degree, I've always been taught that education, once you have it, it's something no one can take away from you, right? So, just because you are a mother and a wife, it doesn't. I don't know why people think like it erased your brain cells, or that you no longer have the skill set that you went to school for those 4+ years. You still have the degree.
All right, let me get into Craig's comment because I don't want to. I got to go to this next topic. But Mike, the war is here. How many people were killed in Philly yesterday? When my financial aid fell through, I went into the military. Was my way out of the South Bronx. And you're not the only one. I know a lot of people, Craig, that did that. I'm not saying it's not an option to do. Learned everything I needed to know. Saw a combat environment. Came home, injured but home. The benefits for veterans are crazy, and well, they are crazy, but they really doing my dad dirty, but that's a whole personal story. And my mom, my monthly disability checks is bananas. For a child who has no direction in the military, it's not a bad option. I'm not saying it's not a bad option. I'm saying it's an option. I just don't trust. I also see the other side of what going to the military can do to people. You're a success story, like everything else. Both sides have success stories and have tragic stories. I'm not saying it was tragic stories, but there was a lot of trauma that had to be dealt with when you wind up in a Vietnam War in the jungle fighting a war that turned out to be the worst thing ever. I left a commercial real estate career to be a cosmetologist educator, paid in full. Facts. Go get it.
Yes.
Loving it. Booked and busy.
Most of what I learned in college, I didn't use when I got a job. I have to be trained to do the job. Laugh out loud. Listen.
Which is most cases, Rashida, right? Which is most cases. Yeah.
I can go into a radio station and you give me just a refresh. If you refresh me in 2 weeks, whatever new program you got, I'm going to be able to work. I ain't stepped a day in a school. I ran a show before Jay Black ran the show. I ran an entire show, a board, a computer.
Yeah, I learned off the street. I remember I was carrying Touchstone's crates, and I was like, "Well, how do?" Oh, I'm watching, and now I'm running the board, doing everything, just
everything. What looked so difficult to chop and paste a phone call really wasn't.
Oh yeah,
you can chop and paste a phone call. You can add music to the phone call. You can bleep things out. Action. Said to your point, Mike. Watch Morning Joe and Darius Rucker is on. And one of the first thing he said was thanking his mom for being there, and said if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't be here. Moms are important. Okay. Moms are important. Yes, they are. Yeah. Army helped my life out tremendously. But if you want to join the Air Force or that Space Force, okay. I don't know.
Hey. I was in ROTC. Chill out. Random Rick.
Craig, I'm a military veteran of 12 years. It's not for everyone, as a lot of these generations of soldiers are soft.
My sister's in the Army. She's been in Afghanistan twice.
Calling people soft.
And my sister's nowhere near soft. She is a chief warrant officer in the Army, and she's about to retire, and she's living lovely. But again, if that's not something that you want to do, again, you have to find your way. Much with everything in life, Mike.
And going to a trade school for radio was the best decision. South the super best decision I made for myself. Didn't need 4 years of college to get things moving in the right direction. Exactly.
Nice. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Rashida, worked my first career job. Worked my first career job in what I went to school for. After that, it didn't require my degrees.
Most of these jobs now, even in corporate, unless you're in finance, most of them require basically that you just have a degree. Yeah. It could be a philosophy degree. Most jobs are doing on-job training, onboarding, and then you're constantly going to some type of training to learn specifically for that company. So
listen, people, college and everything else in this world, everything is a hustle. Every business you jump into is a hustle. The entertainment business is a hustle. It's up to you to hustle the hustle. It's up to you is to hustle the hustle. They are using you. They're going to use you. No matter what you jump in, they're using you. It's on you to find out how to efficiently use them at the same time. And then when it's time to move on, you move on. No hard feelings. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for what I learned here. You keep it moving. That's what it is. College, everything, no trade schools, whatever job. It's just a hustle, and you got to hustle to hustle. Yes, you're a product for a college. They're making profit off of every student. They're using you as the profit. It's a business. I'd say all the time. Once something turns into a business, everything changes. Everything changes. No matter what it is, if you're a great cook and you love to cook, guess what? When you open that restaurant, it is now a business. So if you got to shortchange some money on certain ingredients because the budget ain't there, even though that's not the spirit of cooking, you should have the highest quality of ingredients. No, you got to cut back on this. We can't use this particular ingredient. We got to cut back. It's too expensive because it's a business now. That's what it is. All right, y'all. Let's get on this because I don't know how long we got, Mo. I'm going to play this, and then y'all going to tell me what you think. I guess it's really not lies detected, but it's a choice of what you would choose. It's a relationship situation, y'all, just so we can lighten it up.
All right.
Relationship.
Or short-term love.
So
long-term lust.
Because the question is short-term lust or long-term lust or short-term love. Long-term lust or short-term love.
Long-term lust or short-term love.
What's that question?
Which one would you choose if you could choose one? Long-term lust or short-term love?
Short-term love.
Why?
Because when you meet someone and it's love, people live their whole lives trying to find that. And even if it's for a second, I mean, if it's a minute, if somebody can experience what it feels like to be loved and to love truly, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Long-term.
All right. So that's the question, y'all. Long-term lust.
Short-term love.
You know
Michael
what?
Shawn.
Hold up. You know what? Because I know everybody thinks I'm gonna go to you first. Jay Black.
Wait, it's
Jay Black. Long-term lust. This should be an easy. This should be an easy.
This is not for guys. This is more for females.
No, this is for guys. This is for guys.
This is for you too.
This is I think this question is more for guys.
Yes.
Than it is for women. I think it's a more difficult answer for guys than it is for women. And I might be wrong, women. You might be struggling with. Put the answers up there in the comments. Let's just see if Jay Black, how long Jay Black takes to answer this.
That's why I'm about to dance around this because I don't.
Let's see how long it takes.
I'm not processing this. I'm really not. I'm really
Jay,
not.
that's because you are a Virgo, and us Virgos, we love the ideal of love. You talk about it all the time, Jay. You talk about you need your in-home. You need your woman. You need your in-house. Yes, you talk about it all the time.
Mo, don't bail him out. Because this is what he wants.
No,
this is what he wants.
Speaking like Mo speak.
All we want is an answer.
Love for sure.
Long-term lust
I was trying to help
or
y'all understand Virgo.
short-term.
Who wants a short? You want a short term? You know it's going to be over soon. Long term, you
work it out. Work it out.
But what is lust really though? Is lust like playing house? Like are we?
Lust, passion.
I need more
lust
information.
Is passion and sex. Lust is passion and sex.
But passion.
But are you are you cooking?
No. Lust to me ain't passion.
Any food involved?
Lust is lust. When you lust over money, it's not about how you want to do. You want to do what you want to do to make that money by any means necessary.
Yeah, you're passionate though. You're passionate about it though.
Being passionate and lustful to me are two different things. But go ahead, Jay Black.
Are you watching all the dishes too every day, Mike? Like what? I don't understand.
Love. That's love. We're talking lust.
I need help at the house. I need support too. Like
okay, so we're talking.
Does lust come with the support?
No, lust don't come with no washing dishes.
Oh well, why would I want if I gotta do everything? I don't know. Rashida says short-term love. Asha says short-term love. LaShawn says short-term leaves an impression on you and your life. Oh, she wants that love that you're gonna remember it, even though it's for a short moment. 5 years later, she thinking back like, yeah, I remember.
So the short-term loves comes with everything you like. It comes with all. It comes because it comes with your mentality of cooking is love and cleaning is love.
Helping.
Those are acts of service. Those are love languages, acts of service.
But it's short term. The lust is forever. It's long term.
Forever.
Give me the lust.
Give it to me now.
I learned to find in love. I learned to find love in it.
I said, give me the lust. I learned to find love in it. At least I got something to work with and look at.
Well,
Craig says short term as well. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm just trying to see.
Said, I'm always choosing love. Miss Clark says short-term love for me is better to have loved than lost. Never had love.
She's a romantic. Love it.
Short-term love.
Short-term love.
I
think that love is on the hierarchy of needs, right?
Yeah.
I think that everybody has the desire and need to feel loved by somebody.
Hold up. Jay Black sent me something on a group text yesterday. It had the audacity to tell me, but Mike's gonna need more information. Motherfucker, you're the one who always needs more information.
No, it was that 16-year-old kid that the cops.
I got it.
He always needs more context about everything. I need to know a little bit more before I make an executive decision here.
I needed more information on a waitress that got fired and then she went back to get her bag and was smacking people up. I just needed to know more on that.
I need more information on that.
That's all I needed to know. Ms. Clark said lust is just sex, but it's long term, Ms. Clark. It's long term sex. It's on demand sex. I send a text and we meet.
That's on the hierarchy of needs too, as well. So,
Action says, okay, let's break it down.
Not the deride.
Graduate. Would you want a serious relationship with Megan Thee Stallion, or could she just be your side chick long term? All right, Jay, that's it. We know what action.
That's a good breakdown. Thank you. Action.
In no way. Let me clap it up for Action.
Do you want to love Megan for 3 months, or do you want to smash for a lifetime?
But you got short-term love.
I
Listen,
just
Megan. Yeah, Megan might even cook, dog. She might clean for you. She might, you know what I'm saying? She might have your clothes
Megan
laid
gonna be
up.
in them streets though.
Well, not yeah, but that's
See,
not.
now you're
No,
adding to it. We didn't say
no,
that.
no, not short-term love. She won't.
Short-term love is
love. She won't.
She rubbing back. She rubbing feet.
Yeah.
She rubbing hair. She bringing you your bacon in the morning. Excuse me. Sorry, Lady Q.
Stacey, you said depends. What's short? It's 15 years. 30?
No, that's not short, Stacey. What type of
No,
math?
that's long term. That's long
Take
term.
your JUCO ass out of here. Take your
Said 3
JUCO
months.
ass out of here. She said, "What is short term? 15 years. When is the short term ever been 15 years?" Where in God's green earth did you get that, Lady Q? Lust isn't meant to be long term. It's designed to lead to love. Doesn't always, but that's the goal. Is to motivate you. I can see why y'all two argue all day.
Like night and day. Like oil and water. Y'all opinions and y'all views are like this.
Y'all two make me tired.
Yes, Shawn, so am I. It's funny, as a therapist, I have to be very careful of that.
All right, so hurry up and pick. Which one is it? Short-term love or long-term lust? Jay Black, come on, let's go. Come on, because we gotta move on. I'm gonna go to both.
We already moved on.
No, just which one? Just pick one. Just come on.
I'm picking both until I figure out the
can't
information.
You can't pick both. You got to pick one.
The person and the circumstance, how far away.
It's really gonna happen.
Yes,
it's really gonna happen. Like whatever decision is really gonna happen. Like it's really gonna happen.
Come on, we got to get to the 60-year-old and Mike.
No, just pick one. Just pick one. Because you're not taking Mo's time now. Being so
let Mo answer.
No, because I have to leave now. I have to be in the parent pickup line. We were waiting on you for a good 5 minutes.
Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead. Say your answer, Mo.
There goes Jay fucking everything.
Mo, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mo. Just answer. Go ahead. Here we go. Go ahead.
Did she freeze?
And she froze. Look at this shit.
Because the lights ain't flickering no more. She's like a disco.
Jay did it all. Jay fucked up the whole show. That's why. That's why he can't
Stop
be here.
Stop asking me questions like that. Like
that's what this show's about.
No, but everything doesn't require a direct response.
That's what we're here for.
But everybody don't always have a direct response.
But that's our purpose of being here. People want
you
to
can
hear.
give my opinion can be what it is that as an opinion, but not a direct response.
At some point, you have to answer a question, Jay.
I answer a lot of questions.
No, you don't.
You do.
Never answer a question. You're DJ Deflect. You're DJ Deflect all the time. Jay don't want no bacon this morning. Lady Q is listening. You better answer. Any answer is not going to affect Lady Q because obviously he has long-term love with her.
It is more of a question for women. Oh, thank you, Random Rick. That's what I was saying. It was fun.
The reason why it's more of a question for men is because men don't want and aren't capable of answering it. We're the ones who have a problem. We're the ones who will sit up with a chick that we know is just a lustful situation. It's just a lustful situation. And we will sit up with that woman for 6-7 months and waste 6-7 months of our life being in something that you know ain't going no further. That's the reason why guys need to hear this. That's the reason why guys need this answer.
But I think the definition of your insanity is trying to force something that's not there. So I guess that's like in life. We try to force what we want on people when accept what you is. Like the reality is, I'm consistently consistent. Now let's move on. DJ Deflect. That was fun.
DJ Deflect. But back to Random Rick. Random Rick, that's our problem. We get in situations that ain't got no type of love in them, and we try and create something out of it that we know this person is just here for the smash out. We know this. Jay Black's wife listened through the wall. What's the problem, bro? What's the problem?
No, we good over here. We good. All right, where you going next?
All right, let me see what's going on.
What you got next?
I did you know what? Okay, y'all. We had a whole debate. We went days. I almost apologized to the dude when the black man had his hair unbraided by his female students.
Oh, the black teacher. Yeah, he let the black students, they was unbraiding his hair. The black teacher.
I'm kind of feeling like we overreacted.
You overreacted. Keep going.
And I was like, you know what? Even the teacher, he made another one. And he said it was inappropriate. He said, I know posting that was inappropriate. I know that now. And I was like, well, good. You know that? Get another job. But then seems like these teachers don't stop. Then a white man jumped in, get his hair bedazzled by his female.
One-on-one bitch at 18. One-on-one never again.
Right there, I got to turn that music because they'll mute us. Principal goes viral for letting students bedazzle his bald head. Do you believe he should be fired? I'm just asking. I'm just asking if this is appropriate. I mean, he's not the teacher in the classroom. He's the principal. But they're in his office. Maybe it's just a prank. This is where I think maybe we overreacted. Because maybe this is just a prank that they want to bedazzle and give it now. Cultural appropriation, maybe, because I think they're putting braids in his hair. Like they're trying to make it look like cornrows with the bedazzle. Now that I think about it, looks like they're trying to put cornrows in him. I don't know. Maybe he's black. I don't know. I can't even tell. I don't know.
Let's see where the outrage is at.
I don't know. So y'all, I just thought that was interesting. Fire and that shirt is sus. Come on, see, Randy Rick, you can't get us to believe that you're white.
He's speaking his truth.
You can't believe.
No, we do look at white and black. I mean, it's just the way of the world when it comes to race. A black male allowing his young
I don't look at that.
No, you do. You do. When you see a black male allowing black young females unbraiding his hair, it looks different than that white guy putting them, like, it looks different. If we being honest, we look at life as a double standard for blacks and whites. Stop it. Stop. It is a double standard.
This once again, this is where you try and make somebody believe something that they don't honestly believe.
All right.
They don't honestly listen. I don't. The difference I see, it could be the other way. It could be the other way in a bad way. I won't get into that. He knew it was wrong, but he was on tape. It was after testing. They painted his nails, and it was a bunch of them. Okay. So, Ashley, are you cool with it? Because if you're cool with that, then you got to be cool with the innocence of my man getting his hair unbraided. Because he explained they were done all their work. They had 10 more minutes left. Everything was done, and they started unbraiding his hair. Said it was inappropriate to post. All looks inappropriate to me. Different situation. Principal don't teach or do shit all that. So he can have the girls in his office?
No, what he's saying is the black guy, he was actually teaching. He's a teacher, and it was, I guess, like school type thing. Like, I guess this guy, when he was having it done, is different than a principal. Like, he's running the school. So why your guy versus that guy?
So isn't that worse if the principal is doing something?
I think the principal would be worse. Like,
that's what I think. Yeah, I think the principal would be worse if either one of them are bad, or have we just been influenced by society to think any interaction with a man and
a student
and young students is always got to go. It's always got to go to Nickelodeon. Principal.
Looking at yours. I was looking at yours. Yeah. For some reason, I didn't hit the same as you see. Maybe because we connect with our people. I don't know. Don't know.
Dilemmas. Put the comments up there, y'all. Let us see.
Oh, wait, where am I at?
Put the comments up there and let me see what you think. And then we'll move on.
Well, they don't care about that. They don't care about the teacher.
Well, some people had some comments. But this is the one Jay Black wanted to get into. So I'll let y'all just watch this clip. I labeled it "Cops Back at It."
Oh, I can play it.
All right, well, go ahead.
I could play it. Because Mike need more information. Let me see. So it was a 16-year-old got into it with some cops, and it turned out this.
Oh, he just fucking punched me.
So go Go ahead, Mike.
No, you go ahead, Jay. This was your clip. You said this clip.
All right. So I wanted Mike's thoughts because Mike always wants more information. He wanted, well, what happened with that prior? So what happened is, I guess they were in a pool. You know, everyone has the neighborhood pools. At the apartment development, but you're supposed to live there in order or know somebody. So apparently these kids they didn't know nobody there. They were at the pool. Somebody called the cops on them. The cops come. They make them all leave. So they leave. And the one kid, the 16-year-old right there, he forgot his shirt. He went back to get the shirt, and the cop made a comment about him needing to be in the gym, said something slick. And the boy he did the hands to the face. Get out of here. And the cop felt disrespected by him putting his hand in his face, and then it turned into a fight. So that's how that all came about. And obviously the cop is supposed to be the adult. He shouldn't be making the little comments, and he should dare to handle somebody throwing jabs back. So things obviously I hold more weight on an adult officer that's supposed to serve and protect than a 16-year-old kid. So that was what my thought was, and that's why I said it was dead wrong and foul, and everything that comes from it, whatever medical bills, I think it needs to be a payment. It needs to be the cops in the city needs to pay this young man. That was my thoughts. But let me go to the comments and then get Mike's opinion. Oh wait, are we still on the schools? Am I late?
Oh, see, there were comments on the schools. You just didn't want to talk about it. I think
I didn't see it.
Both. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard for you to see I see all the comments when I'm working everything. Why don't you see the comments?
Oh wait, yeah, they were a couple comments. They just must have popped up late. All right, you read these comments and we go to the clip.
Take it out. None said. No one said anything. It appears that the principal was getting prepped for a school related function, whereas the teacher has his hair unbraided for personal gain. Okay, Ms. Clark. The white principal is getting a pass, but hopefully they will make an example out of him. But if they were getting him ready for a function, what example are we going to make out of it? But okay, I think the problem is both those activities have nothing to do with school. Both are wrong. But okay, I was typing what Shawn typed. Brother was doing something personal. Principal looked like he was doing something for school spirits. Looks like them cops wouldn't have thrown if it wasn't just one of them.
So
if it was just one of them.
If he didn't have his buddy with him.
But the hand in the face, Jay. Miss Clark, I wasn't going to say nothing. But the hand in the face, Jay, you'd be okay with a young buck giving you the hand?
If I'm a cop, that's my job. I know they're going to talk trash. As a cop, as a teacher, in certain jobs, they're going to talk trash. You have to have thicker skin and be more of an adult.
Jay, when have you seen cops have thicker skin?
Oh, I'm not saying they do. I'm saying they should.
So what's the reality? Do they have thicker skin? What's the reality?
The majority of, I ain't gonna say all, because as we have an officer that always watch the show and say it ain't all of us. The ones that you interact with, the ones that we see these clips of, they don't.
Would you advise
speaking of them,
would you advise a young black male?
We need your opinion.
Would you advise a young black male to put his hand in the cop's face?
Cypher, if a 16-year-old told a 16-year-old,
hey Jay, no, we're not gonna do this. No, we're not gonna do.
All right, what's your question? What's your direct question?
You act like you're really running this shit, and you're gonna be able to do whatever you want.
This is an easy one. What's your direct question?
My question is: would you advise a 16-year-old black young man to put his hand in a cop's face as he's walking by?
What I advise is be your authentic self. These cops don't run the world, but don't at the same time put yourself in threat or in harm's way if you can avoid it. So whatever you deem it to be in harm's way. So if putting your hand directly in his face or near his face, that shouldn't constitute you. Well, if you think he's going to hit you, then you give him some leeway. If it's a distance, my advice is don't put yourself in harm's way if you can avoid it. But at the same time, don't be bitching and scared over some damn cop because you just putting your hand out. Huh? Where are we living?
In America. That you seem to be in denial. You would advise a 16-year-old young man.
Don't let no cop talk crazy to you, and you ain't did nothing wrong.
So you would advise your son to put his hand in a cop's face.
No, I didn't say in his face. But if you flagging a cop, get out of here. Like that shouldn't constitute me getting tased and me beating rolled on him, basically.
Nothing of this sort should constitute anything. Kids were at an apartment. pool, and the owners called the cops. They were trespassing and told to leave. The boy in the clip came back to get his shirt. Cop commented on his weight. The boy put his hand in his face. My point is, in America, would you advise that a young man put his hand in
I don't want to
cop's
hear it.
face?
So he told the cop, I don't want to hear it. I'm just getting my shirt and I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm agree with Lady. Under no circumstance the cop put his. Hey, it goes, Mike. As an adult, I'm holding more weight on the cop.
People, I'm not asking you who is wrong or right. I'm asking you to deal with the reality of what the situation. Y'all are so like, y'all want this ideal situation. I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm not justifying anything they did. I'm asking you a simple question.
So because his ego was fragile, because the cop couldn't handle the kid saying something back, he's like, "How dare you don't eyeball me, boy." We're in the slavery days. That's basically what I felt.
Fuck away, get back! Oh, he just fucking punched me!
That's Mike. Come on, Mike. What are we doing? Because a hand in the face. They holding him by the head. They rolling him. They going now I'm gonna tase you. Could have did that first. If you really wanted to tase him, we could have did that first. But go ahead, Mike. Mike said this is all right.
Mike said what? Mike said what? Mike said this is disgusting.
Okay. Thank you.
Mike also said, if you're going to warn these kids to survive, this is the reality. This is what could happen.
He's defying the lawful order. Wait, where? He was going, they left, and he realized his shirt was still at the pool. He going to get the shirt, and the cops allowed him to go get the shirt, and they're making comments about his weight and need to be in the gym and all that, whatever. And the boy said, get out of here, flagged him or whatever with the hand. So how was he defying the lawful order? Are you justifying what he did, Mr. Fry? But go ahead.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm telling you, in order to save your life.
He didn't put it in his face. He just walking by. So it was like a flag.
Okay. All I'm saying, this is disgusting.
Ain't no bye, y'all. I need you, Cypher. You're a cop.
Y'all want people to live in this rose-colored world when you know you have to get out the situation as fast as possible and say nothing.
So the cop can talk reckless, can say whatever they want to you, Mike.
I'm saying, do you want to live or not? Which one do you want the kid to do?
But ain't that feeding the problem to where the white officer can feel like they can say whatever and you can't respond? I can't even respond. I can't even adjust the back.
I'm telling you, as a 16-year-old, I'm trying to get that young man home. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to get him home without getting tased.
So that's the answer. Be fair for the cops.
No, I'm not making a 16-year-old be the militant person here. I'm not making a 16-year-old be the person that tries to solve this problem. I'm looking for the adults. There should be a lawsuit. There should be prosecution. And I don't know if they'd be able to get anything off of this, but it's disgusting. These young people can be disrespectful. However, the cops always know they can use resisting arrest, trespassing, and everything else in the toolbox to lock a black kid up. And this is what I don't know how many times I can tell you this is wrong. But you can't tell these young people, but you got the right to do it. You ain't suffering the consequences.
Don't you back talk. So we got to raise our kids, our black kids, blacks and Puerto Ricans. Don't you back talk a cop. If a cop say something, you just take it. That old master speaking, you just let him speak. Right. Don't you say nothing back.
Well, tell him what to do, Jay. Tell him what to do.
Don't you say nothing back.
No, you tell him what to do. You tell him what to do. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jay. Tell him what to do.
I'm not saying go out here and get husky with cops for no reason. But you can't be fearful not to respond, to be able to speak up for yourself, to say something back. If something's not right, you should be able to speak to that. Don't be aggressive. Don't be trying to, go intimidating and putting yourself in those environments. No, I absolutely get what you're trying to say. What you want that person to come home. But I wouldn't think a 16-year-old flagging a cop that just made a comment about his weight and he antagonized him. He intentionally tried to get him riled up to do something back. And I guess the young man fell for it with the flagging, but flagging shouldn't have been constituted to that.
How many hundreds of years does this have to happen before you know that that's what they're doing? They're setting him up so they can beat your ass.
Sad.
It's sad that cops can abuse us and we have to eat it, but it is what it is. And if Trump gets in office, it's going to get worse. Yes, it absolutely is. Listen, this fight can't be fought by 16-year-olds in these situations.
And I don't think he was thinking he was taking on the weight of the world. He just reacted. Man, you calling me fat. You calling me this. God, I'm just grabbing my shirt. That was you can't see how that reaction was natural. I could see how that could. Well, go ahead. I'm so behind on all these comments. Let me get you.
I transport prisoners every night, and I've heard and seen some stuff. To be honest, my partner pisses me off more than the prisoners. As far as the video, we are trained to punch people in the face.
Damn. Oh, we aren't trained.
Oh, we aren't. We aren't. We aren't trained.
I'm about to say, wait.
We aren't. I apologize, Juco.
Usher.
Absolutely bad advice. It sounds bold until you are bearing a child.
Mm.
Yes, as black people, cops can talk all the shit they want. But young people of color have to act differently around police, like it or not. That's the reality. To us, because I need my son to come home, not in a body bag. Now, when I see videos of grown-ass adults who can articulate and sit there and actually debate a cop, that's a grown man deciding, I know the law. Mm-hmm. I know the law. So now I'm going to test it out. Now I'm going to confront you. I've seen hundreds, maybe thousands of videos. No, it's illegal for you to do this. It's illegal for you to do that. And that is your camera on? Can I get a sergeant? Can I get your supervisor? I've seen that a bunch of times. But I'm not going to ask the 16-year-old kid. I'm going to tell the 16-year-old kid, yo, watch yourself with the little flagging people and waving your hand at cops because it could end up really bad. Is it fair? No.
Right fighter in a losing situation.
Oh. Sorry, you sound ridiculous. Well, he don't want to see you. He don't want that way.
What? I read it.
I can go back and put it up for everybody.
You go ahead. I read it.
Or you sound ridiculous. You can't be a right fighter in a losing situation.
I can speak my mind in any situation, but I at the same time I know how to carry myself. But I'm not gonna think flagging a cop after calling me names is going to turn into a scrap. But y'all rolling on me and tasing me,
and it shouldn't. I'm just telling that young man.
Should avoid.
Just avoid cops if possible. They're the biggest gang out there. So then I guess they both had fragile egos. Kid was offended and put up his hand up. Cop was offended and he threw hands. Well, I think they followed him to the house. I guess that's what they did. I don't know. They sent me this clip. Jay Black, there's a time and place for everything. That kid should went home and told his parents and let them handle it.
Nothing would have came from it.
I had another comment on this thing, but it's so not appropriate, and I don't want to get everybody in uproar.
Well, I thought we speaking our minds. It's a safe space.
It ain't wrong to be this. It ain't wrong. It's.
I want to read go through the comments real quick and then say
let me just see if anybody peeps it. Oh, so I won't say nothing. No, you put the video back up. Put the video back up real quick. Put the video back. Just rewind it and put the video.
Get the fuck away. Oh, he just fucking punched me.
So he can't protect himself?
No, just watch. Keep watching. I just want to see if he's
down him by the hair. Right hand. And I'm still you. Boom. All right, Mike. I don't know where you're going.
Never mind. Just rewind it to the beginning. Rewind it all the way to the beginning. This is disgusting. Because I'm not going to say it.
You need to shut up.
Because I peeped it.
Get the fuck away. Oh, he just fucking punched me.
What part are you looking at? You said,
you can take it all. Y'all. Let me tell you about these cowards. These cowards are being super aggressive to a young man who's throwing smacks at him. They're super aggressive. Y'all are really tough while a young man was throwing just little smacks.
Soft. Just get off me. He was trying to protect us. I thought, get off me.
He was not punches. He was smacking. Y'all was real tough and gangster with that. Y'all was tough and gangster with that. Now, once again, I'm just trying to get the kid home safely. That's all. But the cowards that these two individuals are is so evident because they would, let me tell you something. If they would have dealt with a man, they would have probably shot him because there's no way they would engage in this. Because they not built. They were built for a young man who smacks. And they barely held that situation down. They barely were successful with that. If that young man would have got aggressive and been taught to throw punches, they would have shot him. And if y'all didn't have guns and y'all didn't have tasers, y'all would not have engaged. But with him, y'all would engage because y'all knew he was going to throw smacks at you. That's why y'all were tough. Y'all were tough Tonys. But yes, he did play right into their hands, but he's 16.
I like this kind of right here.
Kid is 16 and entitled to have a fragile ego, and adult in a position of power should have the tools to work through that. And you are absolutely 1,000%, 1,000,000,000,000% correct. It's just the reality of the reality is that they are those, not every police officer, they are those who tend to be those, not everybody, Cole, because you're part of this family. Not everybody. These individuals are cowards. Tell us what to do. Was the hand up or just disrespectful? As a disrespectful comment. I don't like what the cops did and how they handled it. On another note, it's not always a race thing. I was going to say that. That could have been a white kid, and that same thing could have happened with those cops, depending on who the family is.
Race plays a part in almost everything. And I firmly believe them white cops. All right.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you that race plays a part in everything. I'm just telling you from my experience, unfortunately, being out there in Dallas and being hemmed up a few times, I've seen some people swolled up that happen to be white because they were disrespectful. But I know what you're saying. They weren't disrespectful. I don't know what they were. I don't know if they were. That's not even the right word. But they were lumped up. And they happen to be whiteys. But race does have something to do with stuff in this country. It's just undeniable. Kids and adults are different because an adult would not have acted like that with the hand. Well, we don't know. We think different. Kids can't handle certain situations, and that was one.
Thanks for that, Coco Cypher.
Black people are not allowed to show emotion. Every rule in place is to avoid our emotions.
Don't angry black woman, angry black man. Oh, it's the threat. We're in trouble. He's angry. She's upset. And that's when our reactions go left. Kids are not doing anything to cost them their lives. Flagging a cop, get out of here. After calling him a name.
But this is why, and that comment that we are not allowed, black and brown people aren't allowed to show emotion is absolutely correct. This is why, even though we play it to be funny, this is why shit like this irritates me. That's why shit like that annoys me. Because outbursts like that are what they stereotype all of us as when we show emotion. That's what we're stereotyped as. That's why I get so angry when I see us out there getting emotional with each other or for some petty shit, and everybody then compliments the person. Yo, she crazy for real. Yo, she wild. She wild for real. I know that I'm just telling you the story within the story. That's why I get irritated when I see it, because I know the stereotype that they put on anybody of color that gets agitated about something that they have a right to be agitated about. Because every human being has the right. Jay is absolutely right. If a cop says something that is totally wrong, you are supposed to be able to say, you know, that's wrong, what you just said. That goes against this right. That goes against my civil rights. That goes against this law. That goes against this. I don't have to let you check my car. Well, we have probable cause. You don't. You just said that you pulled me over for not using my signal light. So what probable cause do you have? And the good old fashioned one. I smell weed.
I smell marijuana.
You don't smell marijuana, dog. Stop.
Craig, reality for him is, so his son has a tag identifying him as being autistic. So if the cops, if he gets approached and they don't respond, and does not respond, hopefully someone with common sense will see that and de-escalate the situation. So you're identifying that his son is autistic, so you have a sticker on there to help de-escalate. So yeah, and hopeful, but we know that play out too. But we seen those videos.
What would you do to each other does not negate the attack of armed forces of the state. And Afro King, once again, you're right, but you know that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens, dude. Stanky leg.
Stop it.
That stun gun don't play. I ain't say it. That's action right there. He said that.
Hey, this is our show, though. Everybody can speak.
It's our show. You can speak your mind.
Yeah, no matter what you're thinking. Yeah.
I don't know who's screenshotting this. I don't know who's video recording this. We ain't saying none of that.
No witnesses or cameras there.
It would have been worse.
Yeah, just think about it. Before 20 years ago,
why were they in his house? Like, I don't know this whole story. Like, how did it escalate if he just waved him and he kept walking? How did they get in his house? Like, what was it? Did they follow him all the way to the house? And did they keep going back and forth? And then, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to find out. Yes, I just need that info. I don't need more info to know that these cops are cowards. I don't need more info to say this was an abuse of power. I don't need more info. I just need info to know how they got to the house. Cops are cowards. I'm not going to say all cops are cowards, Mr. Fry. Kids should have been taught how to get home. Don't we have enough lessons of this already? Mr. Fry, that's all I'm trying to say. How to get you home.
Don't backtalk cops. When you're interacting with a cop and they're in uniform, back down, bow down, be belittled, allow it, take it, y'all. That's what Mike said. Take it.
Dog, I took it. I took it when I ain't had nothing to do with that fight that you got into. And they tossed me on that hood. And I kept saying I didn't do anything. I broke up. I took it. When that cop stepped, that Puerto Rican cop, that dude stepped to my face and said, shut the fuck up. You know what I did? Yeah. Cool.
These cops should be disciplined or maybe even fired. To hit a child like that doesn't represent the cops as a whole. That was a child abuse.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, there was a cop. There was a cop that arrested a woman. And while they're in the car, the woman says, "I'm down for the down."
Oh, the cop that got So it was a cop that was he locked somebody up.
She's in the back. She's in the back. He goes, "I'm down for the down." And he goes, "Hey, don't talk like that. All this is being recorded. Don't talk like that." And then he drives to a secluded area. The only thing the dummy did was he locked himself in the back with the girl by
mistake. He got in the back of the car while she was handcuffed.
And they got it popping, but he locked himself in the back of the car.
Favorite one, the weed smell, yeah.
Yeah, favorite one, the weed smell is a good one. As far as race, I've never seen Pele like Al Sharpton get involved when it's black people killing each other every day. But when it's the cops, got you. Action. Here's the video, y'all. Let me see.
Stop with the stinky leg action.
Okay, this is a standstill. This is cop gets locked up because he locked himself in the back of his patrol car.
I can't hear you now. Don't say that right now. No, I said don't say that right now because everything's being recorded right now. What's going on?
Oh, she's offering him sex, and he told her to be quiet.
He said they're recording right now, which I don't know why his dumb ass would have said that. I would have responded. Now this is the cop going to pick them up because he locked himself in the back. Look, now he gotta unlock the door. He gotta unlock the door.
You gotta let him out.
You gotta let him out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
Did he put the handcuffs back on her? You got to try to play her off.
What code for?
Now listen close. He's gonna say, "I'm gonna cut off the camera."
Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera off.
Hold on, please start talking.
Okay. Hey, let me turn this off real quick.
Let me turn this off. He had to call his buddy.
Well, the man resigned. The cop resigned. He said, "I'm out of here. Y'all got me red-handed. Y'all got me red-handed." So my whole thing when I watched it, I said, how many times has he done this? Because you gotta be, this is not your first time to be. He knew. I didn't show you the whole thing. They showed the location of his patroller. So he went to a certain spot. He knew the spot that he was. He knew the spot he was going to. So this ain't the first time. And let me add more to this. She said straight up, "I'm down for the down," right? Like she had an idea that this cop, she could get off if this. So this word may have spread around that if you just knock this guy off, you can get out there scot-free. And now the poor thing, the woman, what she got arrested. Now she got another charge. Now they're gonna give her another charge. I don't know what the charge is, Coke. What's the charge for having sex with an officer in a patrol car? What?
Yeah, because Shawn Clark said they should be arrested because he's abuse of power. It has to be something.
Yeah, he should be arrested too. But my thing is like this chick who thought she was about to get off might got to
Maybe it was short-term love.
Maybe it was short-term. It was long-term lust.
Oh God! Oh, he went back to that.
By the way, when I was working and was shot at,
yeah, he got shot at.
You hear the whiz of the bullets, and then you hear the boom from the gun. Bullets travel faster than sound. That was one of my brothers.
Yeah. That job is vicious.
Action, but the crazy thing is, next week he'll be working at a different department.
Yep.
Someplace else doing the same thing. No, he resigned, but he could be working at a different department.
He just go apply down 2 counties over.
The only thing, I don't know if it's going to be at this point. I don't even know if another department would be like, do we really want this problem? He would. How was he able to resign? Fired in jail? I don't know.
So what? I guess the DA would have to want to bring charges.
Yeah, they'd have to bring charges on him.
But the fact that he quit, they're like, all right, he's out.
Miss Clark want to drop dimes. Wait a second. Do we have dropping dime? Do we have dropping dime? This is the best I got. I know a cop who did time for the same thing. Ooh. For smashing in the cop car.
So they are charges if they want to.
I guess they are. They are.
So Coke, tell us, have you Cypher, have you ever took a female up on their offer?
Wait. Oh, no.
For your partner, you know somebody? He got like what, 17 years? He been in the cop for a long time.
You want a flashback? You want to look?
He been in the heart of North Philly for a lot of them years. Cecil B. Moore and up J Street. And
that's your family.
No, right? I'm playing. Don't say nothing.
That's your family.
Look, he said it wasn't me, Miss Clark. It wasn't me. Oh God. No, that was crazy though. That was crazy. So abuse of power.
All right, that's it, y'all. Good show, everybody. Good show. I don't know if we'll see Jay Black tomorrow. You'll see me tomorrow. Jay will be in the building tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Craig, since you're watching.
It is the day.
Okay. Since Craig is watching, Craig,
we need you, Craig.
In all seriousness, we want to arrange this August 10th thing. So I'm probably going to call you around 7:30 if you're free. If you're not free, just text me. Can't do it today. Can't have the conversation today. So we can set it up and see what we can do to make this happen so we can give everybody proper time.
August the 10th, keep your calendars there. They making it a weekend, I think. A couple of people said they're taking off the day before and after.
Jeanette going to visit Miss Parker. They got a whole bunch of
August the 10th, Takeover Legends. We all getting together. It's a comedy show, DJ, probably get Super to spin or Cam.
Get Super in here. And we can rock out. So we'll Craig.
Craig be DJing too.
Yeah. I'll put that in my notes so we can make August the 10th happen. That weekend happen. That should be dope. So everybody be safe. We'll rock out tomorrow. Action. Yes, there's plenty of cops who do that. They get in trouble in one county and just move to another command. It's like a dating app. It's like a dating app.
Great.
Damn. Have a great day, everyone. Smash that like button. Yes, Random Rick. Smash the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, smash the like button. Smash. You're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. Subscribe, do whatever. Willenboro Jazz Fest.
It's the day after. So yeah, we start making it a whole weekend. So she hanging out with us on the 10th. Then she got the Jazz Festival on the 11th, Willenboro, New Jersey.
Yeah, we can make that an event. Please keep us cops in mind. And in your prayers. If we took an hour off, folks wouldn't be able to come outside. Y'all be safe. All right, Zay. All right, I ain't mad at you.
That's right, man. That's first thing we call. They say 911. A lot of people, as soon as a crisis happens, call 911.
Don't put a hand in nobody's face.
Just don't. Don't be flagging them now. Don't be disrespectful after they disrespect.
Blessed day, everyone. Blessed day right back at you, Miss Parker. All right, y'all. We'll check y'all out tomorrow. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness and never let anyone, anything, or any situation take it from you. From Michael Shawn, J Black, C Chung, Sexy Mo. We will see you tomorrow. We are gone. What was that? Leaving this week
on a bike
ride, 545 miles, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Prayers helping those living with AIDS. Absolutely. We are gone. Gone, Dan.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.